everybody, welcome back. It's me, Kayla. You found your way to Desire Yoga, and today we are going to be doing a 25-minute flow for the shoulders, upper body, sort of getting into the sides. So everything around this area, a little bit of the neck, chest, upper body kind of stuff. So take a moment, press pause, go ahead and grab yourself a strap of any kind. So I use a necktie. If you have a yoga strap, you can use that. If you have a belt, if you have just any kind of like long piece of rope, anything as long as it's not stretchy. So you don't want it to be like a stretchy workout band. And yeah, so go ahead and grab that and then just get yourself nice and comfortable. Roll your shoulders back, finding your way to seated. Arms can be out, or not arms, legs. Legs can be out in front of you. Just get nice and tall, shake out through the shoulders a little bit. And we'll take a long, deep inhale. We're going to reach the arms up, but reach them out in front of you. So inhaling, reaching up nice and long. As you exhale, take them down by the sides. And we'll do that same thing again. So just inhale up, kind of scooping, reaching. Let the shoulders relax and exhale them down by the sides. One more time. This time you'll reach up. Inhaling as you exhale, hands down to your heart center. Just press the palms together. Roll the shoulders back, pull in through the belly. And we're just going to start to lengthen in the breath, sending long, deep inhales down to the lowest part of your lungs. As you exhale, pull in through the core, try to press all that air out. As you're breathing here, when you exhale, see if you can just relax the shoulders back a little bit more. And just like we've been doing with all of these shorter classes, we're going to set our intention as I am here. Just taking the mind and body into this present moment and focusing on the next 25 minutes and keeping everything else from your day outside of your mind. So just repeating that in your head a few times, maybe out loud if you like. I am here. And then when you're ready, we're just going to reach the arms back up over the head. Lengthen up really tall, pull in through your core, bring your left hand down. We'll reach that right arm over. See if you can get really long through both sides, and maybe you can come a little bit further. Pulling in through the core, try to keep that low back nice and safe. When you inhale again, let's press into the left hand, start to twist. Maybe you can bring your right arm back behind you. See if you can let your shoulder relax. And then we'll come back up, reaching really tall. And as you exhale over to the right, lengthen through that side body and just lean. Try to let that left shoulder relax down, core is pulling in. See if you can reach those fingertips a little bit further forward. And then we're going to press into the right hand, start to bring a little twist into it, and if it feels good, reach that left arm back. Still pulling the belly in. On your next inhale, come back to center, reach all the way up, lengthening tall, and then we're going to bring the hands back down behind us, turn our bodies towards the right. Roll the shoulders back. Just try to squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other. Maybe you can open your chest. As you exhale, coming forward, bend the elbows a little bit, bringing those shoulder heads towards the front, and then we'll roll ourselves open again. Just a few times like this. Almost like an upside down cat and cow. So you're really trying to arch that back, and then as you exhale, pull those shoulders forward. One last time. Exhaling here. And then pressing yourselves back up, rolling over the legs or twisting yourself around. We're going to find our way into a child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide, find where it's comfortable for you, and we'll just sink the head down. start to sort of sway side to side. I know we're focusing on the shoulders, but we got to get some movement in those hips as well. When it feels good, come back to center. Take your palms together and see if you can reach them up towards the back of your head and just lengthen them long again. So a couple times here, still pulling in through the belly as you exhale. Trying to close those armpits down towards your face. One more time. And then lengthen those arms out. Press yourselves up to all fours. Adjusting your feet so that they're right in line with those knees. Roll the shoulders back a little bit, pulling through your belly. We're just going to bend the elbows slightly, and then as you inhale, reach that left arm up, straightening the right arm. Lifting as you exhale, thread that arm underneath the opposite arm. And we'll just bring the head and shoulder down. If it feels good, take your right arm around. Making some slight movements here, so if you want, you can start to open a little bit more towards the right and then close back down. When you're ready, reaching that right arm back up, coming back down, press back to center. Roll the shoulders back, pull the belly in, and we'll do the other side. So you're going to bend the elbows just slightly, and then as you lift up that right arm, straighten the left arm. Reach really tall. As you exhale, your elbow's going to bend a little bit again, just giving some space, and then bring that head and shoulder down. Left arm can come around your low back. And just like on the other side, it'll be easier to see on the side. You can sort of start to open in that twist a little bit more, and then close down over that shoulder. A couple of times here. Keep pulling in through your core. Keep breathing. And then we'll bring ourselves back around. Press yourself back to center. Roll the shoulders back, pull the belly in. Tuck your toes. Bend your elbows just a little bit so you can press into the hands and lift those hips up. Knees are nice and bent. And just start to move a little bit through the lower body. So we're not trying to get too much stretch going here. We want to kind of just move through the spine. When it feels good, we're going to lift up high onto the toes and then bend the knees and try to send your chest back towards your thighs. So you might not be able to come very far for this first couple of these. We're just going to release away and then send the chest back. Releasing away and send it back. One more time like this. Slowly coming back to all fours. Reaching the chest forward, bend the elbows a little, reach that upper back up. So every time that you move between this cat and cow, just bend the elbows slightly back towards your legs, giving some space and some power into the movement. One more time here. And then coming back to center. Pulling your belly in. We're going to keep our arms perfectly straight. We're just going to let the chest dip down a little so the shoulders are reaching up towards the ceiling and then press back in. So just getting movement in that shoulder girdle. Arms are straight. One more here. And then coming back to center, reach your arms nice and long, keeping the hips right above the knees, pull your belly in, straighten those arms out, and see if you can pull your elbow pit towards the ceiling. And we're going to just start to lower. Keeping the arms straight, trying to bring the chest down, and slowly coming back up. Just a few times here, just come down as far as feels good. Your forehead can come to the ground. The nose can come down, maybe your chin, maybe you're already nice and open. When it feels good, slowly come back up, walk the hands back, We're gonna tuck our toes, bend the elbows just a little so you can press into those arms and send the hips up. Holding here, pedal the legs out. One more weird movement while we're in downward facing dog. You can come onto the knees if it feels better, but you're just gonna try to open your armpits out like you're flapping your wings. So you're gonna open them out and then pull them back under. Just a few times. And then coming back to center, bend the knees pretty deep. We're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet. Keep the knees bent, start to roll up, find your way about halfway and then straighten the legs. Lift the arms up, reaching, take your palms together, bring them back behind the head. See if you can just open up a little bit. As you exhale, bring those shoulders back above the hips, reach the arms high, and we'll come back down. Lift yourself halfway up, reach your spine nice and long. Send the weight into both feet. As you exhale, bend the knees again. See if you can bring the arms back behind you. Grab opposite wrists, opposite elbows, or maybe you can clasp your hands. See if you can just reach the arms away. If your hands are clasped, see if you can press your palms together so you have a slight bend in the elbow. Shake your head here. On your next exhale, release the arms down. We'll come halfway up. Lengthen your spine nice and long. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees a little bit. Pull in through your belly. You're going to start to roll up. When you get about halfway, squeeze those glutes. Reach the arms. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Take a deep breath here. Bring your mind back to that intention. I am here. We're about halfway through. And then go ahead and release your arms. You're going to come to face the long side of your mat. We're going to grab hold of our strap, and you have a couple of options here. So if you want to bring some lower body work into it, we can take our toes out towards the corners. Take your legs as wide as you need to. Maybe move around through the hips to see where's most comfortable. And we're just going to sink in. Really try to pull that belly forward, press into both legs. Your whole leg should be fired up. Belly's pulled in. We're going to take the strap about the width, no, maybe not the width of your shoulders, more than the width of your shoulders. You might find that you need to bring it really far. You might find that you can adjust it as we're going, but we're going to bring the strap right out in front of us, pull it really tight, take a deep inhale, take it up over your head. If it feels good, just start to bring it back a little bit, and then come back over and down. So as you're going up, notice if your wrists are breaking. We want them like cheerleader wrists, nice and strong. So inhaling to come up, exhaling, squeezing back. Your shoulder blades should squeeze together here. Come back up and lower down. If it feels okay, you can come even wider with that strap, and maybe you can bring your arms all the way back behind you. Inhaling up and just exhaling back. But if that makes you bend your elbows, just stick with coming part way. If you're not keeping that strength in your legs, just go ahead and straighten them out. We want this to feel challenging in the lower body, but not in like a, I'm not really doing any work here, I'm just going to hurt myself kind of way. So keep pulling that belly in. One or two more here. Hopefully you're feeling some warmth in your legs. We'll bring this all the way down. Straighten out your legs, turn your toes to the long edge. Bend the knees enough that you can start to sink the chest forward. Once you get down there, if it feels good, press into the feet. Keep the back nice and long, and maybe you can straighten the legs a little bit more. If you want to, I'll turn to the side so you can see. As you're here, you can bend in the knees, get really long, straighten out a little bit, and maybe bend again. Just kind of making that wave through the body. Kind of coaxing your muscles into relaxing here. Trying to keep those sitting bones nice and wide. One more time here. Lengthen up really long. As you exhale, come back down. Bend the knees, bring your hands onto your hips, take your strap with you. We're gonna press all the way back up, squeezing, turn the toes to the corners. See if you can sink back down. So holding here, you're gonna take the strap back behind you this time. We're gonna do a little bit of work before we come back down onto the ground. So I'm gonna turn to this side so you can see, but you're gonna take this strap back behind you, get your hands as close as you can, roll your shoulders back, and we're just gonna pulse the farthest you can away from your body. So if you need to bring your hands further apart, you can. Try to pull your belly in, keep your chest reaching. Keep breathing. Couple more here. And then go ahead and release. Ooh. Keeping your legs nice and straight, stretch them out, squeeze your glutes forward. We're gonna take the hands together. We're gonna reach the elbows as high as you can, bringing them towards each other, and then back out and down so that your fingertips are touching. So just a couple times like this. Almost to the part where we get to take a quick Shavasana. One more time here. Reach the arms out. Woo. Come back over to the left side of your mat. Get nice and tall, facing the right side. Reach your spine nice and long. Reaching the arms up over the head, lengthen. As you exhale, come all the way back down. We'll lengthen halfway up, roll the spine back. Exhale, folding. Let your head drop. Shake it yes and no. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. You're going to walk yourselves out and come onto the knees. Start to flow through that cat and cow, bending the elbows as you move between the postures to give yourself space and power. So it's a whole body movement, not just in that back. And then slowly send those hips back. Lengthen your arms nice and long. Let your head drop down. When it feels good for you, we're going to slowly slide ourselves forward onto the belly. Take your fingertips wide, bring your hands a little bit further in front of you than your face, and we'll just roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Look over one shoulder and then the other. Back to center, roll it down. Maybe bring the hands in a little bit closer. Reaching up, see if you can press into the pelvis and get yourself a little bit higher. You shouldn't feel this in your low back. Roll your shoulders back. Maybe bring your elbows in a little further. Exhale, coming down. And then this time we're just going to slide the elbows right under the shoulders, hands straight out in front of you, finding Sphinx. Squeeze the shoulder blades, reach your chest forward, belly's pulled in, pelvis is pulled in. On your exhale, slowly come down. Hands right underneath your ribs, pull your elbows in. We're going to press ourselves all the way up. Walk your knees forward, come back over. We're going to do two different things here, sitting on our booties. So the first one, we're just going to take a reverse table. So you're going to plant the feet down, roll your shoulders back, bring your shoulder blades towards each other. We're going to lift ourselves up, reverse table, lifting here. Maybe you like to move a little bit. Hopefully you can feel a little bit of a stretch in those biceps, through the chest, maybe your head can come back. And we'll slowly come back down. And we're going to do something a little bit different, and it's kind of weird. So listen first. Roll your shoulders forward. You're trying to bring them in like you're hunching as far as you can. Bend the elbows a little bit so you have space. And then we're just going to lift the middle of the chest. So you're going to pull your belly in And you're gonna inhale up through the chest and exhale, come back down. So keeping the shoulders forward the whole time. You can bend in a little bit more. You can put your hands on blocks if you need to, but we're gonna just inhale, lifting the chest as you exhale. So the shoulders aren't moving. We'll do one more like that. Pressing back into the hands, give yourself a hug. Let your chin drop down, maybe pressing that upper back towards the wall behind you. When you're ready, taking a moment, just cross at the legs. Bring your left or your right arm behind you. Your left arm is going to grab hold of the elbow, just finding that tricep stretch. Maybe leaning towards the left a little. Keep your belly pulling in. Coming through center. Reach up long and switch to the other side. Holding onto that left elbow and lean to the right if it feels good. Lengthening down that side body. Getting that stretch through your tricep. We'll come back through center. Inhaling, reaching the arms. As you exhale, take them down. We'll just roll the shoulders a couple of times. One direction and the other. Soles of the feet onto the ground. Let's slowly roll ourselves down onto our backs. Take the arms up over the head, reach really tall. As you exhale, if it feels okay, let's bring those elbows out into a cactus shape, holding here. See if you can get your hands to relax on the ground, elbows relaxed on the ground. If you just have the elbows straight out from the shoulders, the wrists straight out from the elbows, try to spread your fingertips wide. If you have any part of your hand that's not relaxed down, that's okay. And then let's see if we can bring our knees up right above our hips, cross the right leg over the left, and start to drop the legs towards the left. Seeing if you can keep your right shoulder down. Maybe looking over that right arm. Pull through your belly as you exhale. Keep spreading the fingertips wide. When you're ready for it, bring yourself back through center, even out through your hips, and then left leg will cross over and right, and we'll let the legs drop to the right. Try to keep that left shoulder relaxed back, or pressing back at least. Maybe you can look towards it. And then we'll bring ourselves back to center. Reach the arms up over the head. Unwind the legs. As you exhale, take everything in. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. A long breath in. And as you exhale, release everything down. If it feels good, maybe you want to bring your arms up over your head with fingertips touching. We'll just take a few deep, long breaths here. If you'd like to take a longer Shavasana, take at least 5 minutes and just turn me off. If you don't have time, we'll just stay here for about a minute. found your mind to start wandering, just bring your awareness back into your body, maybe back to your mantra, I am here. Starting to move fingers and toes. If it feels good, lengthen those arms up over the head, reaching your legs long. As you exhale, just bringing yourself in, maybe giving yourself a hug, and then slowly rolling over onto one side. Blinking the eyes open. And gently pressing back up to any seated position that's comfortable for you. Just moving through the shoulders a couple of times. And we'll inhale the arms up, reaching them out in front of you. Let the shoulders relax down, and then take the palms to touch, bringing them to your heart center. Take a moment to give gratitude to your body. Reminding yourself of that mantra, I am here, and I challenge you to take it off of your mat and into your day. Just taking a couple of moments throughout your day to just find yourself right there in the present. May the light within me reach out and touch the light within all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think. Please share with your friends, and let me know what you want to do in the future. I'll see you all next time. Bye.